We have Dr. Anuj Kakkar with us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Pooja. It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Kakkar is a graduate from IIT and IIM with 34 years of experience, out of which the last 17 years have been in the education and training with Aptech Limited. Currently, Dr. Kakkar is a president and executive director with Aptech Limited, a leader in career education and training. The two leading brands of M&E education, that is Arena Animation and Mac, are part of Aptech. So I really wish to thank you for accepting our request and be with us to share your knowledge and wisdom.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So with your permission, if you allow, we can have all our students, our attendees, click a selfie with you and post on the social media by tagging Vidyadan and MESC. And they can win exciting prizes also.
Most certainly, yes. Most certainly.
Okay. So, sir, going ahead, I'd like to know how do you think about current situation? How do you think media and entertainment industry has been impacted by COVID-19?
Uh, Obviously, COVID is an event which happens maybe once in a lifetime, and it is not something which we can take lightly or we should take lightly. It is an event which will impact not only our lives, uh, but probably will be talked about for years to come and generations to come. There will be movies made on this times. There will be books written on these times, and the fact that we are today going through these times is itself, in a way, a seminal event or a historic event. But Pooja, before I proceed, I need a input from you. What would be the preferred language of the audience? Should I speak in English? Should I speak in Hindi? Should I speak in both?
So both would be good.
Both would be good. So I will try. What I will do is I will speak first in English, and the synopsis of this I will give you in Hindi as well, just
Sure.
for the benefit of both the types of audiences who may be there. So these are the events. This event is something which we will remember for entire life. The students who are today young, when they will become my age, they will still talk about it. So the important point for the students and the younger generation, or in fact all of us to remember today, is that it is when we look back, maybe 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 50 years from now, it is not what happened in this time that will be remembered. What you will remember is what you did at this time. How
Yeah.
did you react? How did you live your life at this point of time? And if you feel at that time, oh, I could have done this, but I did not do, or I could have done that, but I did not do it, you will feel bad about it. So it is important not to be overwhelmed or not to be scared or not to be disheartened by what are the events around us, but really to take it in a very positive manner and do your best to be able the to live the opportunities which it is also presenting itself.
Yeah.
Now, coming specifically to media and entertainment, see, media and entertainment has many different components, at least 9 different components. Of course, the most commonly talked about is the films that we go to the halls to see, our Shah Rukh Khans and the Amir Khans and the Amitabh Bachchans of this world entertain us. So that's a very big component. Uh, then you have advertising as a very big component of media and entertainment. You have the newspapers and the publications that come out every day as part of the media and entertainment. And of course, you have other important components like animation, like visual effects, like gaming, like digital media, and which is the focus of today's discussion, which I'm going to talk about. Now, all these different components will be impacted differently. It is not right to put that all of them will be impacted in the same way. There will be segments of this industry which will be impacted negatively. There will be segments of this industry which will really, it's a great opportunity for those industries to grow, and they will grow as a result of what is happening today. So it's a mixed bag. The other point to remember is that there are three components or the four components when you look at any one particular segment. Firstly is the content. What is the content being made? Is it going to be made more or is it going to be made less? Second is the consumption. Are more people going to watch that content or consume that content, or less people are going to consume that content? The third is what I call monetization or money making. Are the companies who are in the institutes and everybody else who are doing this, are they going to make money doing this, or they're going to lose money doing this? And fourth, and which I think is the most important part for in the light of the audience today, is what kind of careers are possible and whether those will be impacted positively or negatively. So what I hope to do in my talk today is to be able to dissect this a little bit further, to be able to give you a synopsis of what it will mean for each one of these components of this industry, particularly when you're looking at it from the fourth aspect. The first three aspects, while being important, are not directly impacting the audience who are listening to us today. So we are going to focus on those aspects which are going to impact the audience who are going to look at listening to us today, mainly the students and those who are wanting to get into this field, and see which components and what of these parts, which parts of this industry will actually benefit these students and what they should be doing.
Okay. So that really answers my question because current situation is really different from our regular situations. So during the COVID situation, we have many students who did not get a chance to appear for their examination of class 12. What is your suggestion for those students, and how do you think they can sense their creative side and utilize the same at this time?
See, I think for those students who have just passing out of 10 plus 2, or even just completing their 10th, I mean, it is important for them, for their own future, to be able to treat this as a non-event. They have to do what they would have been otherwise being doing in the month of May and June, which is really chalking out what is the career path ahead for them. I think irrespective of when those examinations will happen, let that not weigh on your mind. What should weigh on your mind is what should I want to do with my life, which is the career I want to choose, and what are the pluses and minuses of doing that. See, you have to understand one thing. No matter how big the COVID situation is, it is still going to go away sooner, hopefully, than later. But what the decisions that you take today are going to impact your entire life. So do not put your entire life on hold for any reason. It is critically important, particularly for those who are passing out of the class 12, to be able to take the career decisions very quickly and with the right amount of information.
Yeah, right. So we need to make right choice at the right time, and this is the right time. So, as we can see, the overall education industry seems to be thinking on using digital platforms for training. So, how do you see the acceptability of online or a blended mode of training, and how impactful it is?
Well, firstly, I must tell you that online education or online training is not something which is new or which was born with because of the COVID. It has existed for the last 10 years. And in different formats, people have been using or not using uh, online platforms for education and training in a variety of ways. Yes, we are today in a lockdown situation, and therefore that becomes the only option, so to speak. And therefore, people are, looking at this very openly and in greater numbers, which is fine, which is what should be done. And our students should also take advantage of whatever online educations are today being provided to them. But the issue of online or non-online education or blended education or physical education is much broader, and it should be treated outside the prism of the COVID scenario which exists today. Uh, when you're training yourself for your life or a job, your first criteria should be, what am I going to want to be employed in? And therefore, what are the skills that I need to be able to be employed in those skills? Let's take the case of people who are seeking their first jobs, who passed out of class 12 and they're trying to make a career, or they're doing the graduation or just finished the graduation, and they are trying to figure out what line to take or what stream to catch so that their life is secured. For those people, I think the important thing to realize is that no matter what you learn today, especially in the field of technology or technological led education or in those kind of areas, no matter what you learn, which is the latest today, is going to be obsolete in 5 years' time. Okay. So whether it, or maybe sooner than that, you can learn Maya, you can learn 3D Max, you can learn Photoshop, you can learn so many different kinds of skills. But most of the skills which have a technological backbone are going to be obsolete, as technology advances. So what is it that you are trying to learn? Why are you trying to learn anything? It's not that you're trying to learn just those technologies. What you're trying to learn is how to learn. That is far more important than learning those specific skills or specific subject matters. While that is important in its own way, but you have to you have to improve your creativity. You have to improve your curiosity. You have to learn teamwork. You have to learn resilience. Resilience is a big word, but really what it boils down to is, okay, when something hits you bad, how do you quickly rebound from that and come back and fly again? So those are the skills, your communication skills. So those are the kind of skills which are equally important when you're looking for a job, as well as the technical skills that you would learn. Therefore, when you are looking at whether online or non-online education, you have to look at these aspects as to whether this method of education is going to be able to give me these kind of skills as well, in addition to my normal skills. It is not that it is not possible to do it in an online world. It is possible, but it is difficult. And therefore, it requires great amount of given the cost and time and practice to be able to, for the students to impart these skills. Now, these skills will outlast them for a greater portion of their life. It is not going to be obsolete in 3 years, 5 years time. These will be, they will carry with them through the entire professional career. And that is what they should be focusing on. Yeah, I had promised that I will quickly translate this in Hindi, so I will just do that in a second. I'll just put all your 3 questions together. पहला क्वेश्चन था कि मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट क्षेत्र में कोविड का क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा। तो पहला मेरा ये कहना है कि मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट एक क्षेत्र नहीं है, इसके कई भाग हैं और हर भाग पे अलग अलग फर्क पड़ेगा, अलग अलग इम्पैक्ट आएगा। तो आपको ये देखना है कि किस भाग पे, किस क्षेत्र में ज्यादा है, किसमें कम है, किसमें पॉजिटिव है। बहुत सारे क्षेत्र हैं इसमें जिसमें बहुत पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट होने वाला है, particularly things like digital media and gaming and stuff like that. तो आपने भी ये चीज बड़े ध्यान से सोचनी है कि आपने क्या करना है और कौन से क्षेत्र चूज करने हैं जिसका इम्पैक्ट पॉजिटिव हो। दूसरी बात, इस माहौल में क्या होता है, बहुत सारी नेगेटिव इन्फ्लुएंसेस आते हैं और नई नेगेटिव न्यूज आती रहती है, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, रोज नए नए खबर आ रहे हैं, नए नए लोग आ रहे हैं, तरह तरह की बातें हो रही हैं। बट आपने ये अंदाजा लगाना है कि आप जो आज डिसीजन ले रहे हैं वो अगले 3 महीने का या 3 साल का डिसीजन नहीं है, आप बड़ा लंबे अरसे के लिए ये डिसीजन ले रहे हैं। तो एक सिर्फ कोविड के चलते हुए अगर आप एक डिसीजन लेते हैं तो शायद आपकी लाइफ भर के लिए गलत डिसीजन हो सकता है। आपने उसके ऊपर उठ के देखना है, पर्टिकुलरली जब आप करियर की बात करते हैं। हाँ, जो लोग फिल्म बनाते हैं या प्रोड्यूस करते हैं या जो कंपनी चलाती है, उनके लिए क्राइटेरिया अलग हो सकते हैं, बट आपने अपने नजरिए से देखना है कि अगर आपके नजरिए से जब तक आप पास आउट करोगे क्या सिचुएशन होने वाला है और उसके तहत आपने ये डिसीजन लेना है। दूसरा क्वेश्चन था रिगार्डिंग दी ऑनलाइन वर्सेस ऑफलाइन डिलीवरी। हाँ, बहुत तरीके की बातें हो रही हैं एंड ऑनलाइन डिलीवरी बहुत आजकल क्योंकि लॉकडाउन सब जगह है और अधिकांश देश में आज लॉकडाउन की स्थिति है, तो स्टूडेंट्स के पास बहुत ज़्यादा चॉइसेस नहीं है कि वो क्या कर पाए इस स्थिति में, तो वो लोग ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन कर रहे हैं और अच्छी बात है और करना चाहिए। एंड बट आपने ये देखना चाहिए कि मेरे को अगर कोई भी तकनीकी क्षेत्र में जाना है, टेक्नोलॉजिकल एजुकेशन करनी है, तो उसका उससे मेरा अगर मेरा ऑब्जेक्टिव ये है कि मेरे को जॉब मिलना चाहिए या मेरी स्किल्स बढ़नी चाहिए, वो ज्यादातर लोगों का वो एक ऑब्जेक्टिव रहता है, खासकर जिनका पहला जॉब है। और उनके लिए ये देखना है कि उनको लाइफ लॉन्ग स्किल्स मिल पा रही हैं कि सिर्फ हम एक टेक्नोलॉजी या एक स्किल सीख रहे हैं जो हो सकता है 3 साल बाद खुद ही ऑब्सोलीट हो जाएगी, क्योंकि तकनीक द टेक्नोलॉजी विल इम्प्रूव फर्दर। तो उनको उस नजरिए से देख के अपनी अपनी चॉइस करनी चाहिए कि जो सॉफ्ट स्किल्स हैं, आपके जो रेजिलियंस के स्किल्स हैं, क्रिएटिविटी है, क्यूरियोसिटी है, क्या आपको वो मिल पा रही है उस जरिए? यदि हाँ तो वो करना चाहिए, नहीं तो आपने कोई और रास्ता चूज करना चाहिए।
जी बिल्कुल सर। सो सर एक रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी मैं,
हाँ।
आप हमारी सारी ऑडियंस को कुछ प्रेजेंटेशन के थ्रू कुछ ज्यादा डिटेल्स दे सकते हैं? लाइक वी ऑल विल बी डिलाइटेड इफ एनी प्रेजेंटेशन वेयर यू सी एनिमेशन, वीएफएक्स, गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री एंड opportunities and challenges for the industry कि
Yeah,
आगे
yeah, certainly I would like to do that. And so I will give me a minute while I will open this presentation.
sure, sir.
आप लोग देख सकते हैं पूजा, मेरा स्क्रीन दिखाई दे रहा है?
हाँ जी सर, बिल्कुल।
ओके। सो जैसे मैंने कहा कि आई एम गोइंग टू बी टॉकिंग अबाउट career opportunities in media and entertainment. And within media and entertainment, I am going to focus more on animation, VFX, and the gaming industry. Mainly because that is the area which I have maximum familiarity with. And मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में बोलने की, लेकिन टाइम को मद्देनजर रखते हुए पहले मैं इंग्लिश में बोलूंगा, उसका सिनॉप्सिस मैं हिंदी में देने की कोशिश करूंगा। शायद स्लाइड बाय स्लाइड ना कर पाऊं ये, बिकॉज नहीं तो डबल टाइम लगेगा, लेकिन कोशिश करूंगा कि जो इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स हैं उसको मैं हिंदी में भी कवर करूं। I will try to speak in both the languages, Hindi and English, and cover the main points in both the languages. I just a disclaimer, I've used many images in this presentation, and these images are copyrighted by different companies and different owners, and those copyrights are acknowledged. अगर हम media and entertainment, M&E है, media and entertainment. If we talk about the media and entertainment sectors, it is a huge industry. I mean, it is 182,000 crores. It's huge. Or why it is so huge? Because it comprises of all these parts that I talked about. The biggest, of course, is films, which is there. Another very big is TV, जो हम और इतने सारे channels हैं, इतने सारे shows हैं जो हम TV पे रोज देखते हैं, वो इस industry का भाग है. Then print, all the various newspapers, advertising, which is there, is also part of this industry. इसके अलावा है animation and visual effects, which is again very big segment of this industry.
Yes.
There is gaming, which is coming up in a big way. There is digital media, and I will talk more about digital media also. Then there is radio, there is music, and there is what we call as out of home, OOH, जो outdoor advertising वगैरह होती है. So all these are part of the media and entertainment industry. What we will focus on is for today's discussion is animation and visual effects, gaming, digital media, although we will touch upon the others also, but this will be the main focus of our discussion today. पहले हम देखते हैं कि अभी तक क्या ग्रोथ रहा है इस इंडस्ट्री का लास्ट ईयर कोविड के पहले. मैं कोविड के बाद की भी बात करूंगा बाद में, but let us first put our minds to what is the scenario prior to COVID and which were the areas which were growing. So if you see the top three among these, all these sectors, and these are the from the FICCI ENY report, which is the most reliable report in this industry. The top three have been online gaming, digital media and animation and visual effects. इसीलिए मैंने चूज किया है कि पहले आज हम इन तीन की बात ज्यादा करेंगे. इसके अलावा और भी सेक्टर्स हैं जिनका ग्रोथ कम रहा है और कुछ का नेगेटिव भी रहा है कोविड के पहले भी, बट ओवरऑल करीब 9% का ग्रोथ रहा है मीडिया एंड एंटरटेनमेंट में. बट आप देख सकते हैं कि इस स्लाइड में कि गेमिंग, डिजिटल मीडिया और एनिमेशन का इससे कहीं अधिक रहा है. तो पहले एनिमेशन और विजुअल इफेक्ट्स की बात करते हैं. लेट अस टॉक अबाउट एनिमेशन एंड विजुअल इफेक्ट्स फर्स्ट. Although many of you may be familiar with what is animation. We have all watched animation films. But for the benefit of those people who are maybe wondering what really is animation about, animation is just a capturing of sequential images. और जब उस images को एक के बाद जल्दी देखते हैं तो उसे एक animated एक simulation होता है motion का. We get the impression of motion, although each one of those pictures are still. For those of you, we used to have these kind of books which you see on the screen, and if you flip through those books quickly, you get a image which appears to move. Any animation that you see today is nothing but a sequence of still images which are being projected one after the other in rapid succession, so it gives you an illusion of motion. एनिमेशन एक स्टैटिक इमेजेस को जल्दी जल्दी प्ले करके उसको एक मोशन का रूप या मोशन का एक फीलिंग आती है कि ये चीज मूव कर रहा है. दैट इज रियली एनिमेशन. There are various types of animation. Why am I taking you through this? You have to understand. Unless you understand what really these facets mean, you may not be able to fully grasp which career choice is right for you. Then there is something called 2D classical animation. Tom and Jerry, जो हम लोगों ने आपने भी देखा, हमने भी देखा, सबने देखा है. Tom and Jerry is a classical 2D animation kind of studio. Then today you have 2D digital animation, which is the digitized version of classical animation. It is also 2D, where every screen is 2D. छोटा भीम आपने देखा होगा और भी देखे होंगे. Then you have 3D animation. 3D animation जैसे ये Minions का आपको स्क्रीन पे दिख रहा है, which gives a overall feel. अभी आप लोग जो मूवीज देखते हैं स्क्रीन सिनेमा हॉल्स में जाके एनिमेशन मूवीज, वो ज्यादातर आप 3D एनिमेशन मूवीज देखते हैं. इसके अलावा स्टॉप मोशन एनिमेशन होता है, which is like you again play static images, but you use objects to create that image. So you create images of those objects. अगर आपने तारे ज़मीं पे देखी है, so if you have seen the movie तारे ज़मीं पे, and if you remember the title sequence of that, where those fishes are going and those objects are moving, that is stop motion animation. So within animation also there are different types of animations which are there. दूसरा मैंने नाम लिया, I have talked about visual effects. Now people get confused. What is animation? What is visual effects? Now visual effects is nothing but it is a computer generated imagery. Why is this image? So things which are done on the computer to make them look real, where there is nothing actually happening which is real, but it is all done on the computer. Whereas the audience, when they are looking at those images, for them, it appears that it is real. So why is visual effects resorted to? Why don't people just go and shoot real people? Why do they create things? They do it because either it is not safe. I mean, if you have to show somebody jumping the building or a car catching fire, it is not safe to do that. Or it may be too costly to do that.
Right.
Or it may be just not practical to do that. Today, a variety of effects, visual effects are resorted and they're used in every movie, in every advertising that you see, in every kind of content that you see. तो आपने जैसे आप ये आपने मोगली देखी होगी द मूवी. So you have seen it is nothing, everything except the little boy. There was nothing which was not done on the computer. The whole movie was except the little boy, and everything else, including the bug, the leopard, the panther, is on the computer. And when you're watching it, you can't really make out at all. So everything is done on the computer to be able to generate that. And the people who do that are either visual effect artists or animators, and within this there are multiple roles and multiple types of people which are required to create this kind of content. Of course, this is a huge industry by itself, as I mentioned to you. By last year it was growing almost at 20%, at around 9,400 crores today. I mean, I'm not trying to impress you by figures, but you just imagine the amount of work which is being done in this area of animation and visual effects. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. VFX also is one of the fastest growing industries. It is growing by 25%. And one of the questions which will be there in everybody's mind, yes, these were figures last year. What is going to be the impact of COVID on this? And I am going to talk about this at the end of the presentation. So आप लोग थोड़ा wait करिए उसके लिए. But first, important is to understand what really is animation, visual effects, so that when you are making a choice, whether it is the right field for you or not, it is important to understand 2 or 3 things. Is this the kind of thing which I would like to do? Number 2, is this an industry which is big enough? Third, is it a growing industry? ये 3 चीजें आपने अपने दिमाग में रखनी है. ग्रोथ आज का नहीं, ग्रोथ 5 साल का क्या होने वाला है, 10 साल का क्या होने वाला है, 25 साल का क्या होने वाला है, ये आपने अपने आप को क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं when you are trying to take a career choice. So there are now who produces these films or these images? I'm not talking about films. I'm using films, but it is much more than films itself. They are made by specialized people or companies, which could be studios, which are either international studios or Indian studios. They are small studios, medium-sized studios, very big studios, international studios who do this work. There are some studios who do the full work from end to end of producing a film or an advertisement or any particular content. There are some people who do only 1 or 2 scenes or one particular aspect of the particular scene, and that's the total work they do. And then they send it back to the filmmakers and they put it into the rest of the film. Now, if you know this, there are several films, The Lion King, you would have seen, Avengers Endgame, the Marvel movie which came out. These are all movies for which work was done in India. Oh. And today there are 300 animation studios and more than 50 international VFX studios in India. They are small, big, medium-sized, and employing as many as from 10 people to 5,000 people. It depends on the size of the studio. So it's a huge array. Everybody is doing different types of work. Everybody is doing different aspects of the work of animation, visual effects. But the fact to remember is there are many, 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 many of them located in all parts of India who are today doing this. Let's see what kind of work. I said there different types of work is done in the animation industry. Right now, first I'm going to talk about animation, then I'm going to talk about visual effects. First animation. पहले मैं animation की बात करूंगा, फिर मैं visual effects की बात करूंगा. तो animation में films हम लोग जानते हैं, हमने सब movies देखी हैं. छोटा भीम है, we have seen Avengers, we have seen Lion King, Life of Pi, we have seen Mowgli, we have seen hundreds of animation films. Now, as I said, these films are made of either partly or fully in various animation studios. And those people are where who employ people who have studied in these fields. So firstly, they do make films. Then there are services. Services is more like end to end. Okay, suppose there is a producer who wants to say, produce an animated ad. So he goes to a studio and he says, "Listen, I want to create an animated ad, and this is my storyline. Can you do the ad for me?" The studio does the full work, produces the ad, animated, and gives it back to the producer. That's a full service thing. Or it could be IP production, IP, intellectual property, which if a Superman movie has to be made or Batman movie has to be made. Now these are IPs owned by international studios who say, now I am going to give you only a little bit of this work. You produce this scene where Superman is jumping from building X to building Y. इधर से उधर jump करना है. ये scene आप मेरे को produce करके दीजिए in an animated fashion, or something else like that. So various kinds of work which is there. Advertisements are produced. There is a lot of work happening in the animation industry for the digital media. And I will talk about and show you some examples of this later. There's a lot of work which is happening in different areas of the animation industry. So these are some of the examples of animation films that were made in 2019 alone, which were released, the big shots. And this is a small of them. There are hundreds more. DreamWorks, Disney, Pixar, Blue Sky, Illumination, Pets 2. They made Toy Story 4. And I would strongly encourage those of you who are wanting to be part of this industry to see movies. It's a very important, animated movies. The more you see, the more you will learn. So you must watch these movies which are produced, and you will start appreciating the art behind the movie, art behind the entertainment. There's some more animation movies which were released last year. Frenemies was there. Klaus was to be released. Pikachu, you may have heard. Spice in Disguise. Lion King, one of the very big ones. And this was made in Bangalore by a very big studio called MPC, which has offices. It's an international studio. We have offices in Bangalore, London, LA, in US. And they delivered nearly 1,500 shots, means 1,500 scenes of the movie were made by MPC. Others could have been made by others. All this is brought together into one movie by Disney. What about India? In India also, there are many movies which are happening, not only for the cinemas, but also for digital and for TV. Many of you would have seen Little Bheem, Mighty Little Bheem, which was made by Green Gold Animation, Indian studio, in collaboration with Netflix. Now, this was the first one where it was made which was made exclusively for Netflix. So today there is animation work which is done exclusively for the digital world itself. So it need not be released in cinemas at all. Then you had Little Singham, which was a Rohit Shetty production, and Reliance done by Reliance Animation, which is Karam Chakra, which was the first Indian anime. Anime is a Japanese form of animation. It was done in India for the first time by Studio Durga, and Gitanjali Rao, who's one of the very well-known animation professionals in India, made Bombay Rose. I've taken only 3 or 4 just to give you a sampling. There are hundreds and hundreds more than this. Let's look at some more. There was 100 Wolf, Redefined. These are all the recent ones which I've talked about. There's Latte and the Magic Waterstone by Film CGI Studio. Cosmos by Maya made Inspector Chingum, and Mondoyan by Toons Animation in down south. There were a lot of animation which was done for TV advertising. Goo-Goos and 7-Up advertisements, and the Lamput advertisements which were made by Vaibhav Kumaresh, again a very well-known Indian animator, with some of the ones which were released recently. So as you can see, there are a lot of work happening across international, across India, and across the whole spectrum. Similarly, the VFX. VFX is also used for films. There is VFX being done for television. There is VFX being done for advertisements. There is VFX being done for digital media. So it is not only that, you should not imagine that VFX is done only for very big budget movies. No, there are different types of VFX which is done for various types of content all across. So there is digital media, visual effects in Bollywood. It's done in digital. Regional movies are using visual effects in a big way. Television is using visual effects in a big way. 1917 is a big movie which was to be released, which was where a lot of VFX has been done. Uh, DNEG is one of the prominent studios in India which does a lot of visual effects work. So in India, the visual effects work which is done is of the highest level. In fact, 77% of the visual effects work which is done in India is done for international studios. So the work which is done in Indian studios, gone are the days when it was basic or it was done very elementary kind of work. Today, the Indian studios or studios based in India are doing the best quality work for the best movies which are released and winning Oscars everywhere. Uh, these are some of the Hollywood VFX work which is there, done by studios like DNEG, MPC, Framestore, Legend 3D, uh, Method Domain, Method Studio, and Digital Domain, which are some of the very prominent studios who are doing VFX work for the Hollywood industry in India. Again, some MIB, Men in Black, Avengers Endgame, which was released last year by Marvel, all work which is done in India. So very often, if you stay to the end, and my request to those people who get into this industry, please do not walk out of the cinema halls or shut off your TV before the credits are finished, because credits is where your name is going to appear. So please have the respect to listen, to read the names of studios and those people who have worked on it. And you will be surprised how many Indian names you will see there in the best of Hollywood movies, because a lot of work is happening for that in India. So next time when you watch a animation movie or one which has a lot of visual effects, look for those Indian names, and you will see a lot of them by done by Indians who have been working there. And of course, a lot of them are from institutes like Arena and MAC, which are part of Aptech. Bollywood movies which use a lot of, Tanaji used a lot of visual effects, War, Mission Mangal, and domestic visual effects industry is today growing, one of the fastest growing industries. It's growing 30% every year. And some of the prominent studios, NYVFX Wala, which is Ajay Devgan's venture, Yash Raj Films, Red Chilies, which is Shah Rukh Khan's venture, Famulous, Makuta Arts. Makuta is run by a very famous person called Pete Draper, based in Hyderabad, who is a very prominent VFX artist in India. Redefine, which is the new avatar of Prime Focus, which is a lot of VFX studios are there in India who are doing excellent work today. Some of the movies where Bollywood movies which had a lot of visual effects, Baghi 3, Bharat, Panipat, Uri, some of them are to be released in the coming days. See, these are some of the movies which will get released as and when we come out of the lockdown situations. This is a movie called 83. This is on the Indian cricket team which won the 83 World Cup. The cricket works very well in India. Maidan is also about a football coach from Bengal who coached the Indian team, and many others. regional films. Lot of VFX is used in regional films, and normally when particularly South India and Bengal, when they use this make these regional films, they also release it in multiple language. So you have Mamangam, you have Lucifer, you have Trance, and many other South Indian films which are made in Telugu and then released in Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, and they make it in one of them and then dub it in others and to have a wider release. Movies like Pelwan, Panchtantra, Shivaji Suratkal, so many of them which have been made in the recent past. What about VFX? As I told you, it's today made for digital also. Today, higher and higher budgets are being made for people. When I say digital, this is for OTT platforms like Netflix, Hotstar, Sony Live, Voot, so many other platforms today which you are today familiar with. गेट कंटेंट मेड एक्सक्लूसिवली फॉर देम. यानी ये जो फिल्में बन रही हैं, ये जैसे नेटफ्लिक्स हो गया, हॉटस्टार हो गया, वूट है, सोनी लाइव है, ऐसे बहुत सारे ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं जिसके लिए काम हो रहा है. आपने जैसे पीछे अखबारों में पढ़ा होगा कि रिलायंस जियो का बहुत पावरफुल प्रोग्राम है टू हैव Wi-Fi connectivity in the remotest corner of the world, and Facebook has also invested in the company. So there is a lot of work which is happening today for the digital world itself. Sacred Games आप लोगों ने शायद देखा होगा, बहुत popular work था which had a lot of visual effects used in the footage. TV series, बहुत सारे टीवी सीरीज हैं, राधा कृष्ण, गणेश, माइथोलॉजिकल, नॉन माइथोलॉजिकल मूवीज इंडिया में बहुत बनती हैं, वीएफएक्स टीवी सीरीज बनते हैं और इसमें बहुत वीएफएक्स यूटिलाइज होता है. मैं आपको एक पूरा एक पिक्चर पेंट करना चाह रहा हूं कि जब आप एनिमेशन या विजुअल इफेक्ट्स को देखते हैं, वो सिर्फ एक नजरिए से नहीं देखिए कि जो आप सिर्फ मूवी में जाके देखते हैं या सिनेमा हॉल में देखते हैं. ये बहुत बड़ा कैनवस है, इसके बहुत सारे और एरियाज हैं जहां पे विजुअल इफेक्ट्स या एनिमेशन यूज होता है, और ये आप लोग को जानना जरूरी है. टीवी एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स, another big area. I don't know if some of these are some of my favorites, which I have just taken up my favorite advertisements and put it there. Dr. Fix-It, which had Amitabh Bachchan there. We had Dixie Scott with Salman Khan in the TV ads. So there are a lot of TV ads which also use VFX. So VFX is critical for the film segment growth or the digital segment growth, or for growth in advertising, growth in any aspect of visual content. So ये अभी तक जो बात करी थी, we had talked about advertising and we had talked about animation and visual effects. We have covered two parts. We have covered animation and visual effects. We are coming to the third one, which is digital media. I will move faster a bit. So digital media, what is digital media? Digital media is really, which is where, you know, whether it's your phones, whether it's your TV, which is content, which is consumed directly on various screens, पर्सनल स्क्रीन्स. आपका टीवी हो सकता है, आपका मोबाइल हो सकता है, जिसपे आप कंटेंट या कोई भी विजुअल कंटेंट कंज्यूम करते हैं या देखते हैं. तो इसमें क्योंकि डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बढ़ रहा है, जैसे मैंने रिलायंस जियो का नाम लिया है, बट और भी है जो कोने कोने में फैल रहा है, तो इससे बहुत ज़्यादा ग्रोथ आ रही है इन द कंजम्पशन ऑफ डिजिटल कंटेंट इन द even in the small towns in India. And I mentioned how Facebook and other companies have invested into this venture also to give it further growth. So there is a lot of potential. And this is one area which is not impacted by lockdown or COVID at all. In fact, it has grown much more because of the COVID and the lockdown effects. So there is same kind of work which you're doing in animation, visual effects, and everything is used in digital media also. As more and more TVs are there, पीपल, कईयों के पास पहले एक टीवी होते थे, आजकल 2 टीवी होते हैं, पहले एक मोबाइल होता था, आज सबके पास अपने अपने मोबाइल हो गए हैं। तो इससे वजह से कंजम्पशन बहुत बढ़ रहा है। जो ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म्स है, ओटीटी ओवर द टॉप प्लेटफॉर्म्स कहते हैं इनको, जैसे हॉटस्टार हो गया, नेटफ्लिक्स हो गया, ऐसे जो बाकी अमेजॉन प्राइम है, ऐसे जितने प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, कि इनका ग्रोथ मालूम है आपको कितना, ओवर 100% इन दिस पीरियड. So it's a phenomenal growth that this area is witnessing, and you should certainly consider being part of this industry. Uh, Digital advertising is one of the area which is again growing very, very fast. There is more demand for digital content, things like Facebook Live, Instagram TV, Snapchat, TikTok. All this require content. जब मैं कंटेंट बोलता हूँ, मेरे का एक स्टोरी है, एक विजुअल इफेक्ट है, एक स्निपेट है, एक 10 सेकंड का एड है, एक 3 मिनट की फिल्म है, ऐसे बहुत सारा कंटेंट है जो यूट्यूब के लिए, फेसबुक के लिए, इंस्टाग्राम के लिए, स्नैपचैट के लिए, टिकटॉक के लिए बनाया जा रहा है आज की तारीख में. एंड यू कैन बी पार्ट ऑफ दिस वंडरफुल वर्ल्ड ऑल्सो विद द रिक्वायर्ड स्किल्स. Netflix during this COVID period or lockdown period, not surprisingly, was the fastest growing platform ever seen. They have not witnessed such a big growth ever. YouTube grew by 21% in the lockdown, in the COVID period. They were garnered more than 30,000 crore views. 30,000 crore, 30 lakh 300 lakh crore, sorry, 3 lakh crore impressions. 90% of the video views came through mobile phones. क्योंकि हम लोग सब लोग आज की तारीख में मोबाइल में स्क्रीन पे देखते रहते हैं, यूट्यूब है, नेटफ्लिक्स है, और भी जितने प्रोग्राम्स हैं, तो द कंजम्पशन ऑफ वीडियो हैज इंक्रीज्ड मेनी फोल्ड बिकॉज ऑफ द कोविड पीरियड. जैसे मैंने पहले कहा, कुछ एरियाज हैं जिसकी वजह से बहुत पॉजिटिव इंपैक्ट भी आया है. दिस इज वन ऑफ देम. देयर इज इंक्रीजिंग ट्रेंड ऑफ वीडियो कॉलिंग. जैसे हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं आज जूम पे, यूट्यूब पे कुछ लोग देख रहे हैं, व्हाट्सएप पे हम लोग वीडियो कॉल करते हैं, स्काइप, फेसबुक मैसेंजर. ऑल दिस रिक्वायर technologies and content which is relevant and to be able to be developed through skills which are taught to you through the digital media courses. So digital media is going to be one of the fastest growing segments, COVID or no COVID. In fact, COVID की वजह से इसकी growth और बढ़ गई है. If it would, as you, if you have seen, if you remember my first slide, this was top even before the COVID. It is becoming super fast after the COVID. So it is areas which you should seriously look at. So we have covered animation, we have covered visual effects, we have covered digital media. Now I come to the fourth, which is gaming and interactive design. Now in the area of gaming and interactive design is another area which has seen much faster growth after COVID than what it was before COVID. It was anyway one of the top 3 in the before COVID. After COVID, it is growing even faster. So let's understand a little bit more about this area, what is required, what are the career opportunities, or what is required in this gaming and interactive design. Again, online grooming in last year growing at 40%. And because of COVID, it is expected to grow even much faster than 40%. Do you know how many gamers there are in India today? There are more than 30 crore gamers in India today, as we speak.
Huge.
30 करोड़ लोग हैं जो गेमर्स हैं, उनमें से कुछ आप लोग हैं जो आज देख रहे हैं. 250 ऐसी गेम डेवलपमेंट कंपनीज हैं इंडिया में, जो आज की तारीख में डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ गेम्स बना रही हैं and employing thousands and thousands of people in this area. And this is an area which is growth. आज की तारीख में jobs ज़्यादा हैं, लोग कम हैं इस area में. Globally also, the market size and revenue of the gaming industry is increasing. because many of these gaming companies in India do work for international gaming industry also. They make games and release it on App Store or Android platforms, iOS platforms, console gaming, different types of online gaming, different types of gaming ventures they release. और इसके बनाने में स्किल है, डेवलपमेंट स्किल्स हैं, आर्ट स्किल्स हैं, डिजाइन स्किल्स हैं, जो आप सीख सकते हैं, and you can make a career in this industry also. Online gaming, YouTube gaming traffic was up 15% in March when lockdown was there. मैं सिर्फ एक गेम के बारे में आपको बताना चाहूंगा, which is Call of Duty Warzone. This was released in March जब कोविड चालू हुआ इंडिया में, और इसके 3 करोड़ प्लेयर्स हैं आज एक गेम के, one game, which is a record, and only which was released only in March. तो March, April और भी आधा मई हुआ है. Can you imagine the rate of growth which is there on one game? Steam is another game which is used all-time concurrent user peak of 2 करोड़. 2 करोड़ लोग इस गेम को खेल रहे हैं एक टाइम पे, सिंगल टाइम पे. कंकरेंट यूजर पीक मतलब एक टाइम पे 2 करोड़ लोग खेल रहे थे इसको. तो इट्स ए ह्यूज इंडस्ट्री, इट रिक्वायर्स ह्यूज पोटेंशियल एंड ए ह्यूज ग्रोथ. So let's talk about the online gaming. There are, I can tell various examples. आप लोग लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे देखते जाए स्क्रीन पे कौन से गेम्स हैं. इसमें से कई गेम्स आप फेमिलियर हैं. And the important thing to remember is that it is one of the fastest growing industries within the media and entertainment space. There were 500 crore game applications were downloaded in last year alone. The last point जरूर पढ़िएगा. Read the last point carefully. India is now in the top 5 markets. I will repeat this. India is now in the top 5 markets for the mobile gaming globally. Whether you take Japan, US, Europe, any country in Europe or Asia, Australia, all put together, we are among the top 5 markets for the mobile gaming globally. So obviously, a lot of games are being produced for the Indian market as per the Indian situations, and a lot of Indian companies are capitalizing on this to cater to this market also. I have put down just some of the names which are there in some of the gaming studios in India. Rockstar Games, Lakshya Digital, the very prominent ones. Ubisoft, another very promising upcoming gaming studio in India. Yuzu Games, Sumo Digital. I'll not read all the names. You can see them on the screen. Now, each one of these people, they require hundreds of people for them to produce those games or produce aspects of the games that they are working on. These are only some of them I have listed down here. There are more than 250 such gaming studios in India. So gaming has a very big future, and apart from animation, visual effects, digital media, you should also, some of you would also like to consider careers in development of games or game art or game design. The fifth one I want to touch upon is multimedia and digital design. I will explain what this. So when you, suppose it's a main prominent is graphic design. Now today, so many websites are made, so many advertising is done, so many layouts are done, or so many font choices are done, logos are done, different areas of layouting, different areas of creative physical work which is done on the screen, work which is done either physically or on the screen, requires various multimedia specialists like graphic designers, multimedia designers, and so on and so forth. Where are the people who employs this? People who do, let's say, web design get employed by web developers. people or companies which have into web developing, people who are into digital advertising. There is a lot of upcoming field in what is called UI and UX, user interface design and user experience, UI and UX, where there's a great shortage of people to be able to develop proper interfaces for the digital world. Uh, every publication today also has a digital uh, version of their publication, whether it's Times of India, whether it's Indian Express, whether it is any magazine today is also released digitally. Many of you would have seen that. All the studios also there in the digital world. So a lot of the work which is done physically, of course it is needed, but it's also needed digitally. So this area, which is interactive design and multimedia, is another area that you should consider very seriously if you want to be in the multimedia and the entertainment industry. And all these industries which I've talked about are the ones which are not impacted in any meaningful measure by COVID. These are the ones where in some of them which I highlighted are actually being helped by the COVID situation to grow faster. As social distancing and other things happen, it'll grow faster. Now, it is important, as I mentioned to you in the beginning, key, whatever you are learning today may become obsolete tomorrow. So you also have to look at what is what is the technologies of tomorrow, and are the courses that you are going to do preparing you for the technologies of tomorrow. That is very important for you to consider when deciding which course to do. Uh, First one is AR and VR, that is augmented reality and virtual reality. हिंदी में बोल देता हूँ कि जो आप कोर्सेज करने चाह रहे हैं उसमें आपको ये भी जरूरी है देखना कि आप किसी भी तकनीकी क्षेत्र में जाएंगे तो वो उसमें एक ऑब्सोलेसेंस का चांस रहता है, उसका ऑब्सोलीट होने का चांस रहता है 3 साल में, 5 साल में, 7 साल में या 2 साल में। लेकिन आपको ये भी देखना है कि जो आप कोर्स चूज कर रहे हैं उसका आगे का क्या स्कोप है, या उस कोर्स में या उस कोर्स का पढ़ाने के ढंग में क्या राइट टेक्नोलॉजीज यूज हो रही हैं या नहीं यूज हो रही हैं, ये जरूरी देखना चाहिए आपको। पर्टिकुलरली एरियाज लाइक AR एंड VR, ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटी एंड वर्चुअल रियलिटी। अब जैसे मैं अपने कर्सर से आपको दिखाना चाह रहा हूँ, जैसे ये नीचे आपको ये एलिफेंट डायनासोर टाइप का फिगर दिख रहा है, जैसे आपका मोबाइल स्क्रीन आप सामने लाते हैं उसमें तो जो पहले नहीं था वो वहां पे सडनली सामने आ जाता है। दिस इज, कैन आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरीबडी एल्स टू म्यूट द, थैंक यू सो मच। दिस इज ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटी। वर्चुअल रियलिटी आप भी आपने देखा होगा, यू कैन वेयर दोस ग्लासेस एंड यू गेट द इमेज ऑफ समथिंग व्हिच डजंट एग्जिस्ट। इट जैसे ऑन द सेंटर जो आपको एक बॉटम सेंटर पे आपको जो दिख रहा है मूविंग इमेज, जैसे आप जैसे उस टनल में जा रहे हैं ऐसा आपको फील हो रहा है, दैट इज वर्चुअल रियलिटी। जो आप ये टॉप लेफ्ट पे देख रहे हैं दैट इज मिक्स्ड रियलिटी, मतलब दिस इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन। नाउ ये टेबल पे ये कोई आर्किटेक्ट हैं जो अपना किसी क्लाइंट को समझा रही हैं कि आपका घर कैसे दिखने वाला है। नाउ देयर इज नथिंग ऑन द टेबल, इट इज जस्ट गेटिंग क्रिएटेड and the client is able to visualize how his house is going to look like in real time। जिस टेबल के चारों ओर सब लोग खड़े हुए हैं, डिस्कशन चालू है। इस टाइप की टेक्नोलॉजीज और इस टाइप का क्रिएशन वर्क इंडिया में हो रहा है। तो यू शुड, these are some of the emerging technologies which are there। emerging, these are all reality today, these are not futuristic, these are all today जो आज की तारीख में हो रहा है। game based learning is another area where learning is happening through variety of gaming technologies। digital publications are there, 3D printing is there, you know, where manufacturing can be done, where physical objects can be created just the way you print a 2D paper, instead of printing something on a 2D paper, uh, actual material is fed into a printer, and let's say an Eiffel Tower can be created, like you see on the top right hand side, uh, on in front of the printing machine. Your right hand side pe it's what it is called a printer, 3D printer, and this physical object of Eiffel Tower has got created on a table. This is not an image. This is a real object. So these are the kind of technologies which are today emerging, and you should be look at doing courses in these technologies also. So now going forward, these were some of the uh, projections which were made before COVID for these sectors. These projections were made, I repeat, before COVID for these sectors. And when I talked about particularly gaming, digital media, these are going to increase far higher. I talked about animation and VFX, which are today getting consumed digitally. So the growth, if that could be much higher as well. So these are some of the sectors which within the media and entertainment industry, which are going to increase, could be higher than what was projected even before the COVID scenario emerged. So just on the some of the areas which got leveraged because of the uh, COVID and lockdown scenarios, this helped build new terminologies. We were sitting at home watching movies. We were sitting at home learning new things. We were sitting at home learning new courses. We were doing various kinds of we were playing games. So because of this, a lot of trends have emerged for these sectors in during the lockdown period also, and this trend is likely to continue after the lockdown also. I've already talked about this, where there was a spike across all the OTT platforms like Netflix, Hotstar, Amazon Prime, uh, Voot, Sony Live, Geo. All these, there was a lot of consumption was getting consumed. So these are some of the kind of other names who are there in the OTT field. Alt Balaji is there. Eros Now, yes, I forgot. Eros Now, Geo Cinema, and many others. Video chats actually turned social distancing into distant socializing.
Yes.
So we are today talking much more. We are talking on videos, we are talking. So those technologies have also received a boost during this time. I've talked about popularity of video-led social platforms like Facebook and Instagram, which has improved during lockdowns. आप लोग टिकटॉक जरूर देखते होंगे, मैं भी देखता हूं. These are top gainers in terms of downloads. Amount of work which is happening and amount of small films which are being created for TikTok is unbelievable, simply unbelievable. And you can learn how to create these films. You can learn what are the techniques involved in doing such things. The fitness industry also got a boost because people were locked down. They were doing various streaming services and doing yoga, doing exercises, fitness at home. There were a lot of games which got produced during this period, and a lot of people were playing games during this period. So now my last 1 or 2 slides are on the career opportunities. By now, you would have seen that एक जो हम मीडिया एंड एंटरटेनमेंट से चालू हुए थे बिगनिंग ऑफ द टॉक में, और घुसते 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 हमने देखा उसके अंदर एक एनिमेशन विजुअल इफेक्ट्स होता है. फिर हमने देखा उस एनिमेशन विजुअल इफेक्ट्स में किस टाइप के होते हैं, वो किस किस फील्ड्स में यूज हो सकते हैं और हो रहे हैं, कैसी कैसी टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं. तो जैसे जैसे आप घुसते जाओगे एक एक फील्ड में, आप रियलाइज करते जाओगे कि उस फील्ड में अलग अलग अपॉर्चुनिटीज और अलग अलग एरियाज एंड डिसिप्लिन्स इमर्ज होते चले जाते हैं. It's a very wide, it's a very deep field, the media and entertainment industry, and you can get you can choose any of these and many more. This is also not the entire lot. There are hundreds more of these which you, for you to choose only among from the 4 that I talked about. There are other areas also. I talked about animation, I talked about visual effects, I talked about digital media, I talked about gaming, uh, yeah, and I talked about multimedia and interactive design. So these are only 5 that I talked about. And उसके अंदर भी आप देख सकते हो various kinds of courses are today there with various kinds of training providers. You can do courses ranging from 3 months to 3 years. डिपेंड करता है आपके क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं वो कोर्स करने के लिए. एनिमेशन में कई टाइप के कोर्सेज होते हैं. You can become an animator, you can become a modeling artist, you can becoming a texturing artist, you can become a rigger, you can become an FX artist, lighting artist, layout artist, or there are courses also where you can learn multiple skills together. You can learn all these skills, and there are courses. You should always choose more than one skill, and best is to choose a longer term course which is encapsulating more than one thing, so that when you join a studio, you may be joining as a modeler, but tomorrow they may have an opening as a texturing artist, so that you are ready to become a texturing artist also. So try and choose courses which have multiple skills built into them, and also try and choose courses which teach you the principles of animation. जैसे आप गाड़ी सीखते हो तो आप सैंट्रो सीखना मत सैंट्रो चलाना नहीं सीखते हो, आप गाड़ी चलाना सीखते हो. सिमिलर इज द केस विद एनिमेशन. आप एनिमेशन करना सीखते हो, आप अपने उसकी क्रिएटिव स्किल सीखते हो जिसमें आप एक पर्टिकुलर टेक्नोलॉजी या एक पर्टिकुलर स्किल सीख पाते हो using 3D Max या holding 3D Maya या any particular software which is used. So don't get fixated by any one particular software कि मेरे को माया का कोर्स करना है या मुझे 3D Max का कोर्स करना है. नहीं, आपने देखना है कि आप वो चीज किस पर्पस के लिए यूज हो रही है और आप उसकी क्रिएटिविटी को कैसे जाहिर कर पाते हो. तो ट्राई एंड बिकम एन एनिमेटर एंड डोंट बिकम अ 3D Max person. 3D Max, you may be animation may be taught to you using 3D Max, but once you have learned animation, once you have learned the art behind it, you will be able to apply it irrespective of whichever software is comes tomorrow. Similarly, if you choose courses in visual effects, you can become a compositor, you can become a matte painter, you can become a match move artist, a roto artist, an FX artist, motion graphics artist, a stereo compositor. In digital media, there are skills courses like graphic designer, UI UX designer, web designer, interactive designer, 2D animator, visual design visualizer. In gaming, you can become a environment artist, level designer, concept designer, texturing artist. You can become a game tester. Gaming में कई चीज है. You can become a game developer. You can learn game art. You can learn game design. There are many different aspects of each one of these areas by itself. So आपके मन में एक क्वेश्चन आ रहा होगा. Some of you may be thinking, अरे बाबा, how will I know which one to choose? How will I get confused? So I think it is important for you to reach out to companies who have a good counseling system, who will be able in a position to explain you on a one-to-one basis what each one of these areas means. They will also understand your profile and then be able to put together between you, your parents, and the counselor. You will be able to make the right choice for yourself. I think this is my last slide, but according to me, this is my most important slide. मैंने बहुत कोई बात करी है रिगार्डिंग टेक्नोलॉजी, मैंने बहुत सारी बात करी है रिगार्डिंग डिफरेंट एरियाज, मैंने बहुत सारी बात करी है रिगार्डिंग डिफरेंट स्किल्स. जैसे मैंने पिछली वाली स्लाइड पे आपको कुछ सैंपल्स दिखाए किस टाइप के स्किल्स में आप जा सकते हैं. लेकिन आप किसी भी स्किल पे जाइए, आपने एक क्वेश्चन अपने आप से जरूर पूछना है. क्या आप 3 महीने के लिए अपनी लाइफ बना रहे हैं, 3 साल के लिए बना रहे हैं, या 30 साल के लिए बना रहे हैं? ये क्वेश्चन आपने जरूर पूछना चाहिए अपने आप से. You must ask the question to yourself, are you doing this course for the next 3 months benefit, next 3 years benefit, or 30 years benefit? If you are doing it only for 3 months, you can do anything. It does not matter. But if you are trying it to build a career or if your objective is to get a job, you have to understand that what it takes to get a job. If you know just the technical skills, the first one in yellow here, then you know only one out of the 6 things which are required. People will not hire you if you know only the technical skills, but you do not know you're not good at anything else. The you have to the second most important thing is becoming industry ready. What do you mean by becoming industry ready? मतलब आप अगर मैं किसी को रिक्रूट करना चाह रहा हूँ, मेरा मान लीजिए स्टूडियो है और मैं रिक्रूट करना चाह रहा हूँ, सपोज आई हैव अ स्टूडियो एंड आई एम ट्राइंग टू रिक्रूट समबडी, माय objective will be that I want somebody who can work from day one so that I don't have to train him again. That is very important. If I have to train him again or put something, train him more than what he already knows, then that person is not industry ready. So you should look at courses which make you industry ready. That you should be employable on day one. You should look at creativity, because if your course is making you creative, then it does not matter which technical skill you have learned. It does not matter whether you are an animator or a visual effects artist. If you have developed your creativity, आज 5 साल बाद, 10 साल बाद, 30 साल बाद, वो क्रिएटिविटी आप में से कहीं नहीं जाएगी. वो क्रिएटिविटी आपके अंदर हमेशा हमेशा के लिए रहेगी. बट वो क्रिएटिविटी आपके कोर्स के थ्रू ही मिलेगी, वो इसी दौरान पे मिलेगी, लेकिन वो आपको लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए फायदा देगी. इट विल लास्ट यू फॉर अ वेरी वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम. इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू लर्न टीम वर्क. ये सिंगल आदमी का स्पोर्ट नहीं है. It is not a sport. It is not something where you work alone, which I will also come. You can also work alone. But most companies, you have to work in a team where you are doing only one aspect of the job. Every other aspect is done by somebody else. So how good are your teamwork skills? आप लोगों के साथ कैसा काम कर सकते हैं? Can you work with other people? This also has to be taught to you. Most important, this industry is working under deadlines. Everything has a deadline. If something has to be delivered on 31st of May, it has to be delivered on 31st of May. How to do that? And what are the pressures which you have to get used to working under those pressures? These are methodologies which good companies use in their teaching approach, in the pedagogy, in the teaching approach, to be able to teach you such things. Resilience. रेजिलियंस क्या होता है? रेजिलियंस होता है कि आप मान लीजिए फेल कर गए, आपने जॉब के लिए अप्लाई कर दिया, आपको रिजेक्ट हो गया, या हो सकता है आपने बहुत अच्छा वर्क किया, अकॉर्डिंग टू यू प्रोड्यूस द बेस्ट क्वालिटी वर्क दैट वाज पॉसिबल, बट द प्रोड्यूसर रिजेक्टेड इट ऑन द फर्स्ट मीटिंग. नाउ यू फील डिसअपॉइंटेड, यू फील डाउन, बट हाउ डू यू कम बैक क्विकली? Now, these are personality traits which can be taught to you, which must be taught to you. How to develop your personality, how to make you more confident, how good are you in communication? क्या आप communicate कर पाते हैं अपनी बात? ये सारी skills मिलके ही आपको job मिलता है. सिर्फ technical skills से आपको job नहीं मिलता है. तो आपने वो कोर्स चूज करना है जो आपको ये सारी चीज दे पाए. और you should question your counselors as to how you will be able to develop these skills if you were to do that course. See, मेरे से शुरू में पूजा ने पूछा था कि question of online and offline. मेरे हिसाब से while technical skills to ऑनलाइन पढ़ाई जा सकती है कुछ हद तक, काफी हद तक। अगर राइट टेक्नोलॉजी हो, इंटरनेट स्पीड अच्छी हो, राइट टीचर्स हो, और बच्चों का मोटिवेशन अच्छा हो, तो पढ़ाई जा सकती है। टेक्निकल स्किल्स एटलीस्ट 80-90% तक पढ़ाई जा सकती है। बट बाकी सब चीज को पढ़ाना बड़ा मुश्किल है ऑन इन ऑनलाइन वर्ल्ड। फॉर दैट अ सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ व्हाट, जिसको हम लोग ब्लेंडेड लर्निंग कहते हैं, फिजिकल लर्निंग इज इम्पॉर्टेंट। यू हैव टू बी एबल टू वर्क विद अदर पीपल इन वर्क इन स्किल्स। हालांकि कई कंपनीज ऐसी हैं जिसमें टेक्नोलॉजिकल टूल्स हैं आज की तारीख में which are helping teach the skills, but you should be aware of that. This is the most important slide. अगर आपने कुछ भी और नहीं सीखा इन मेरे 50 स्लाइड में से, अगर आपने सिर्फ एक स्लाइड सीखी, तो सिर्फ ये स्लाइड सीखिएगा. That is my request to you. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Except the last point that I want to make to you is that whenever you are going to do a course and you will go out in the world, एक चीज आप हमेशा याद रखिएगा, आपके जैसे 10,000 लोग और हैं जो वही चीज सीख के आए हैं। तो आप अपने आप को कैसे डिस्टिंग्विश कर पाते हैं, उनसे अलग कैसे दिखा पाते हैं, और हाउ आर यू एबल टू स्टैंड आउट फ्रॉम द क्राउड इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट। एंड उसका बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल पड़ता है ऑन दीज काइंड ऑफ स्किल्स विच आर देयर। Sorry, Pooja, for overshooting my time a little bit, but I thought this was important.
No, sir, it was really, really, really knowledgeable, and I'm sure everybody must have learned, and especially your last slide. It's like a lesson for lifetime.
True, true, true.
Yes. So, before you leave, may I have a personal note for students looking for education in the field of animation, VFX, gaming, and of course, digital media?
मैं सिर्फ दो चीज कहना चाहूंगा कि कोई भी आप फील्ड चूज करें, चाहे एनिमेशन चूज करें, विजुअल इफेक्ट्स चूज करें, या कोई भी और चूज करें, जो आप डू इट विथ पैशन। अगर आप अपने वो चीज कर रहे हैं जिससे आप पैशनेट हैं, जिस बारे में आपको अच्छा लगता है करना, आप उसी चीज में सक्सेसफुल हो पाते हैं इन द लॉन्ग रन। सिर्फ वो उस चीज में मत जाइए क्योंकि मेरा दोस्त जा रहा है, या उस चीज में मत जाइए क्योंकि मेरा ब्रदर भी उस फील्ड में था, या मेरे फादर भी उस फील्ड में थे। वो चीज मेरा हमेशा ये सजेशन रहता है। आई हैव इंटरेक्टेड विद मोर देन lakhs and lakhs of students by now in my long career, but मैं सबको एक चीज कहता हूँ, मैंने निचोड़ देख लिया है कि only people who are passionate about what they do will be successful, and this is particularly important in this area. So be passionate about what you do and do what you're passionate about.
Yes, exactly. That's another mantra given by Anuj sir today. I hope everybody have clicked their photos with Anuj sir and selfies, and they are going to upload it on social media, tagging MESC and Vidyalaya. So, one last thing, I would like to know about the programs you can offer and how admissions are going on, even during the COVID situation.
See, what I will request, Pooja, is that I will request my team to take over at this stage, and who can then explain or answer some of the questions with the people have on
Sure.
specifics of this. I'm sure they will. They,